Free with Cleo.
Hey, this is Cleo with CleoYogaFinance.com, and welcome back for another episode of Financially Free with Cleo, a show where we shift mindsets with real and raw money conversations with everyday people, empowering you to take action, appreciate the journey, and live the lifestyle you desire, financially, mentally, and physically. Today, we're going to be talking about law of attraction, which is basically thinking and speaking positively so you can have positive outcomes in life. Now, we know we just can't speak positively and have these positive thoughts and things just, miraculously change for us. We know we have to follow up those positive thoughts and those positive words with action, right? We know we just can't say something positive and then something just happens automatically. It takes action, consistent action. So it starts with our mind, our mindset, the way we think, the way we feel, the words that we speak, it all plays a role in those daily actions that we take every day, So if you're constantly thinking negatively, and this is not just about, your money part of your life, this is about all areas of your lifestyle. But when it comes to money, if you're always saying, I'm always in debt, or I'm sick of this debt, or I'm tired of this debt, I'll never get out of debt, then you probably won't, because you're always speaking and thinking negatively about it. If you're always saying, I hate this job, or I don't make enough money, I wish I made more money, well, you have to start thinking about your thoughts. If you're at a level of income and you hate it, or you don't like it, and you wish it was more, start to think about, what are your thoughts around your income? When you think about the amount of money you make, are you thinking and feeling more negative towards it, or are you finding positive ways to, for one, be grateful for the income? Because we all know any of us can be in a situation where all of our incomes or our main source of income just stops, right? Or slows down. But you have to think about, what are you currently saying to yourself? Are there people in your life that you allow in your space? Are they talking negatively to you? And are you allowing them to continue to do that and continue to have access to you? What are you reading every day? When you're on social media, or if you're reading like an article online, or if you're reading anything or watching any videos, is it full of negativity? Of course, especially when it comes to news and media, there's stories that we hear that are great, and there are some that may make us feel a little negative. So every story and every thought won't be positive, let's be real. But you want to make sure that you are controlling the things that you allow access to you and that you access yourself. So constantly consuming negativity all the time is not going to help you push forward. So for example, when it comes to paying off debt, instead of thinking, I'll never pay off debt, or I'm sick of this debt, or I'm tired of being in debt, well, first think about, be grateful for where you are right now. Anything that you've done in the past, if you feel like you've made some financial mistakes when it comes to getting into too much debt or not paying off debt sooner, let it go, okay? Because it's time to address where you are, and let's figure out a way to move forward. So instead of thinking negatively about that debt, just be grateful you were able to access the debt when you were able to, because I'm sure it was something that you probably needed or wanted. But today is a new day. So let's say, you know what? I am going to create a plan to pay this off. Let me make a list of all of my debts, everything, everybody, every person that I owe. Let me make a list from smallest to largest, and let me start tackling that first debt off. And think in a positive way. Think about when you get out of debt or pay down a certain percentage of your debt, what are some things that you feel that you will be able to do once you're debt free, or once you pay off a certain amount of debt down? Focus on those things. That will allow you to keep pushing and stay on track with paying off debt, if you know what getting out of debt or paying down debt is going to give you access to later. That's going to push you, because every day when we're paying off debt, I'm a prime example, it's not always easy. It's not always fun. There are some days where you feel excited, like you pay off a debt and you feel like, you know what, I got this, I can get this done. And then you have other days where you're just like, this is too much. This is overwhelming. But then you have to quickly think about, what am I working towards? When I pay off this debt or get debt free or pay down some debt, what am I going to be able to do once I accomplish that goal? And that's going to keep pushing you forward. When it comes to your income, if you're tired of that job or you're tired of making a certain amount of money, think about your gratitude first. Be thankful for that job. Be thankful for that business. Be thankful for the income that you are receiving. But then you have to think about, okay, how much money do I want to make? How much money today? If I could choose the amount of money I want to make, what is that number? Per week, bi-weekly, per month, per year? How much would you like to make? And start writing it down. Ask yourself, what is it going to take for me to make this every day, every week, every month? So don't think about, oh, I don't make enough. Don't think about lack of money. Think about the amount of money you have now and how much work you have to do to add to that income level. We have to start thinking positively. A lot of us have been conditioned to stress and worry when it comes to money, or focus on the lack of certain things when it comes to our money lifestyle. But what we have to understand is that when we focus on lack of, that's what we'll continue to experience and receive. Lack of money, lack of resources, lack of opportunities. You focus on it. You think that that's going to help you focusing and thinking and addressing that all the time. But you have to acknowledge what it is and find a way to move forward. So focus on, what's a new job opportunity I can take advantage of? What are some new skills I can learn that's going to get me to the income that I actually want and desire? The lifestyle that you want to live. If you want to travel more, if you want to give more back to your community, more money, more time to your community, what is it going to take? What resources, what opportunities, what connections is it going to take? So law of attraction is you attracting what you want into your life. I truly believe that anything that we attract into our life, negative or positive, we've attracted in some way. Now, some people don't believe in this law of attraction stuff. Some people don't believe that it's a real thing. And we are all, we have a right to believe what we want to believe. We have a right to feel what we want to feel. We have a right to decide what we feel is best for us. Me personally, I truly believe in it, because when I look back on my life and I think about certain experiences that I had, certain situations, when I look back at my actions back at that time, I was attracting that into my life. It could be a person, it could be an experience, anything. So now I'm more aware of what I say to myself, what I say to others. I'm more aware of the actions that I take. If I say I want to get more fit and get more toned up, but I'm not working out or not eating like I need to, then how can I really say, oh, I'm wondering why I haven't reached these fitness goals? Or when it comes to the money, if I say I want to pay off debt, but I'm not trying to pay off debt, and it's like a big cycle. Nothing's going to come easy, come quick. I think sometimes we may see someone make a post about, getting out of debt in 6 months, or, repairing their credit in 60 days, and everyone wants these quick microwavable results. It doesn't happen that way for everyone. There are some times where you're going to reach goals and it's going to be fast and quick, but there are a lot of times where it's going to take time. And it's okay, because you'll appreciate it more if you really spend time working towards it. Once you get to that finish line, you will be more grateful, appreciative, and you'll just feel better internally when you put in the work for it, instead of something just being given to you. You won't really appreciate it. Some people get out of debt or repair their credit or just get something quick, but they don't really appreciate it. Then they go right back to the same habits or the same negative experiences. So I encourage you to take some time today to just have some positive thoughts. Don't worry, don't stress, don't overwhelm yourself in negativity. And it starts also with the people that you associate with too. Your inner circle, the people that you are communicating with every single day, and even outside of your inner circle, the people that you follow on social media, books you read, podcasts you listen to, videos that you watch, you are listening. All of that is coming in your mind, in your body, in your spirit, and that is going to affect the way you take action and show up every day in your life. So when it comes to this law of attraction thing, it's about you and the thoughts that you have, your feelings, your emotions, the words that you speak, that is going to control the actions that you take every day. So whether if you're trying to pay off debt, you're trying to increase your income, you want a new job, you want to start a business, you want a new relationship, you want to be more involved in your community. Maybe you want a new car, maybe you want a new house, maybe you want to be a real estate investor, maybe you want to learn about investing in other avenues. Maybe you want to be a stock investor. Maybe you want to learn how to teach others what you've been learning. Sometimes we underestimate the skills that we have, and that we don't even realize that we could use these skills to teach someone else. And that could be another way to earn extra money. And you have to spend time with yourself. So here's just a few things that you can start doing today to attract more positivity in your life, in all areas of your life. Career, financial, relationships, family, health, fitness, all of the things, right? Spiritual, all these areas of your life. Here are just a few things that you can do. Just a few, y'all. I can give a list of about 100, but I'm just going to give you about 5 things that you can start doing today to attract more positivity in your life in all areas, okay? The first thing you want to do is your self-care, rest and relaxation. We all can't just work, and not have a break. There's a reason why we have breaks, or, times where we need to just sit and be still. And when I say break or rest or relaxation, doesn't always mean sleeping. Now, that is one of them. I'm someone who used to feel like I just need to keep pushing through, no sleep, team no sleep. But I realized that is not a way to live. And when you sleep and you wake back up, whether this is your, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours sleep, or this is just like a power nap throughout the day, it gives you some rejuvenation. It gives you some energy to jump back in there and work on whatever you were working on during that day. So I learned I was more productive when I got enough sleep. And enough sleep is going to be different for all of us. We all have different schedules and different lifestyles and just different responsibilities. Some of us are morning people, and some of us are more productive in the afternoon or night. So just make sure whenever you do sleep, whether if it's your naps or your full sleep, make sure you're getting enough that's going to help you be productive, and it's not just sleep, but also making time for laughter, smiling, being entertained, just having a good time, whether this is some alone solo time or if this is time with friends and family. Just make sure you're making time for some fun, some rest and relaxation, and nurturing your mind and your body. That way that you can actually have the strength and have the confidence to power through all these goals that we have in our life. It can be a lot, y'all. A lot of us have a lot of weight on our shoulders. And the only way for us to continue to carry that weight, that good weight, and when I say weight, I'm not talking about, fat or anything like that, or muscle. I'm really thinking about the responsibilities that we all have, that we're all, managing every single day. And we can't manage all of that if we're constantly stressed, constantly in pain, mentally overwhelmed all the time. Now, we'll have our moments where we're feeling not so good, but you have to go back to that self-care, that rest and relaxation, and you'll be able to navigate through those, struggles or challenges if you incorporate that in your daily or weekly routine. All right. So the next one is speak financial affirmations and money mantras daily. So there are lots of books, lots of cards out there. I have financial affirmation cards. So if you are interested in purchasing those, I will have a link for that in the show notes. But it's very important to read, to speak, and to write financial affirmations and money mantras daily, because it actually makes a huge impact on those actions that we take, as I mentioned earlier. So if you say, I'm a money magnet, when you constantly say those words, your mind and your body is going to show up and put in the action to be a money magnet. A money magnet can mean you are attracting more money into your life, more opportunities in your life that's going to lead to the money that you actually want to earn every single week or every single month, right? So make sure you are writing, reading, speaking those positive financial affirmations and money mantras daily. And shout out to Tony Jones. She is a affirmation musician, and I'll have a link to her work in the show notes. And I love listening to her music because, it's one thing to read and write affirmations, but it's also cool to listen to it in music. Where would we be without music, y'all? I think we all have music that we love to listen to. We all have some playlists, right? So definitely add her to your list of playlists that you want to listen to. This is for men and women, all right? So the third thing is set specific goals and set a time frame, set a deadline. Now, I know some people may encourage you to not set a deadline, don't set a time frame because you don't want to feel sad or, depressed in a way if you don't reach that goal. Like, you don't want to reach that deadline and you didn't do what you're supposed to do or said you were going to do, and you don't want to feel less than because you didn't reach that goal. But I'm here to tell you that you should set specific goals, but you want to set a deadline to work towards. Because if you say it's going to take me 5 years to pay off this debt, it may take you 5 years or more. But what if you said, I'm going to try to do this in 2 years? If you reach 2 years and you don't reach that goal, that is okay, because you know why? You can adjust it, you can revise it, you can push it forward if you need to. But sometimes when we set a certain time frame to do stuff, then we take longer when we really didn't need to, because in our mind we're thinking, oh, I told myself 5 years, oh, I have 5 years. And then you may have opportunities that come along that will help you to pay it off faster, but you don't really acknowledge it because you're telling yourself, oh, this is going to take me 5 years. But what if it could take you 1 year? What if you want a new job or want to earn more income? What if you make $50,000 a year and you want to make 100 and you think it's going to take you 5 years to get there? What if it can only take you 1 year? So choose a deadline that you would truly desire and just do the work to work towards that. And if you need to push the deadline out further, you can do it at that time. Next one is take action every day or every other day. So there shouldn't be weeks and months going by with you not working on your goals. We all make time for all kinds of things that we probably don't even need to be making time for. So if you truly want to reach certain goals in your life, in all areas of your life, you need to make time for it. If you're wondering why certain things haven't happened, you need to ask yourself, have you made space for it in your life? Have you made time for it in your life? Do you make time to work on it? I know it can be difficult, y'all, but we have to work on things. Nothing is free. Nothing is just going to be given to us. And if it is just given to us, it won't last if you didn't put in the work and consistently putting in the work. So make sure every day or every other day you are working on something. And when I say work, it could be a big thing or it could be, a small type of work, but you have to be doing something every day or every other day to get you closer to the financial goals, life goals that you really want to reach. Like I said, do not let weeks and months go by and you're not doing anything. If you feel like you're at a place where you feel stuck, you don't know the next move to make, then this is the time to consult with someone, hire some help. Trust me, y'all, I was trying to do stuff by myself for a long time because I was either trying to save money, trying to do it by myself, or I was trying to save, or I just didn't want to talk to people because I just wasn't comfortable speaking about personal things. But I'm gonna tell you, your life will elevate much faster if you be open and more vulnerable to talking with a professional about everything that you need to work on, right? So that is something that you need to think about. You need to think about, what do I need to do? All right? And how can I put that in my schedule? If we can make time to go to work, we can make time to go to this job. We can make time for all of these other things that we really probably don't need to be doing. We can make time for the things that we really want to do, that we need to do, and that's another thing. Sometimes what we need to do is not what we want to do. When we set out this plan of action to reach these goals, we write down things that we know we need to do, right? But there are going to be times where you have to do some stuff that you really don't want to do, but you need it to get to that next level. And that's what you have to be open to doing new things and doing things that you may not really want to do, but you have to do it to get to that next level. And if you want to reach that next level, that thing that you really don't want to do is going to become something you do want to do because you desire what it's going to bring into your life, right? So the last thing is talking with a coach. or a therapist or a mentor. So I know I just mentioned this as an example in the fourth one that I shared, but this fifth tip about talking with a mentor or a money coach, a financial advisor, talking with someone that's going to help you work through certain limiting money beliefs that you have. You know, a lot of times when we are hesitant to take action, it's because we are struggling with something inside. Many of us, we don't even realize that we're experiencing that. And sometimes we know that that's our problem, but we are still choosing not to get help with it. But I'm telling you, talk to someone, you know, even if you're not going to hire someone, at least find someone to talk to that you trust to get it out. Sometimes just getting it out to someone can help you take that first step or that next step. You know, one of my favorite quotes from Dr. Martin Luther King is, don't be afraid to take that next step. So just take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take that next step. Just take that first step. And that's my favorite one because I used to struggle with taking the next step on something because I felt like I needed to know the whole plan from start to finish. I was like, I don't really know how I'm going to get to this end. I don't care about these, first few steps. I want to know the whole thing. But what I realized is I was stressing myself out, y'all. I was stressing myself out trying to worry about what's step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, when I really just needed to focus on step 1 or the next step. Because when you take that next step, the next step or the next few steps are going to be revealed to you. You know, there's a reason why we may not need to see the whole staircase, because it will probably scare us and make us not make a move. So that's why you don't need to see everything else. Just take it day by day, step by step, okay, y'all? So set some time this week to work on that, work on your law of attraction skills into your life and start thinking about your words that you speak, what you read, your thoughts, feelings, and emotions around money and around other areas of your life. And you start to think about those goals that you want to reach, and you have to evaluate, what are you doing? What are you not doing? If there's anything negative that's weighing you down, ask yourself, have I contributed to attracting this in my life? And if you don't feel like you are, or you're not sure, you have to talk with someone, okay? I want to make sure that you are putting yourself first. That way you can show up as your best self and also be able to show up for others as well. Because if we are a hot mess, it's hard to really enjoy life. And I don't believe that we are here to struggle and be stressed and worried all the time. Will our life be perfect? No. None of our lives will be perfect. You won't have positive days every day. No matter how much you speak and think positively, every day won't be perfect. That's just life. But I'm here to tell you, if you work on your being aware of your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts around money, around other areas of your life, when those challenges come up, when those bad days do come up, it'll be easier to navigate through them when you already have this positive self-care routine, positive law of attraction routine already in place. Like I said, it won't always be easy, y'all, but the more mental systems that you have in place, the easier it can become to navigate through that. And also thinking about the people you associate with. You can't do this by yourself, okay? So make sure you are connecting with people that's going to help you elevate, all right? So until next time, don't wonder what if, take a risk, and I will see you next week. And I will have all of those links in the show notes. And I want you to reach out to me and send me an email at hello@cleoyogafinance.com, or you can send me a DM on social media. I'm at Cleo Yoga Finance on all platforms. And just let me know an update on your affirmation that you're thinking about. What's one of your favorite affirmations? If you don't have any, look some up and tell me what's your favorite money mantra or financial affirmation, all right? So again, don't wonder what if, take a risk, and I'll see you next week.
You can be financially free with Cleo.